So I've been getting tons of comments to check out the LA wildfire UFOs, all right? And I didn't realize how many UFOs were seen in just 48 hours. And there's so much footage of I've got a bunch of clips that we're all going to watch, so give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a comment. But I did not realize how many UFOs were spotted, and they were caught on live TV as well. So all the conspiracies saying that UFOs had something to do with it, I don't know. We're going to get an answer by the end of this video, though.
And then watch when I pan over here in a second. And this is all live screen footage from Los Angeles.
Spinning around. And then what the
and what the is that, bro? What is that?
Right, so as we go through these clips, guys, leave your comments down below. But that is really weird. All right, a red and a blue light in the sky. And did you see it? It was kind of twisting up in the sky. All right, so this is another weird clip. And apparently this strange craft appears down the bottom just going along. So keep an eye out for it.
See a lull in that wind activity, and it began as early as today. And, you know, we were able to get that small little break. And that break...
I can see it down here. I'll zoom it in for you. See that? What is that?
Just recently starting to, you know, come on the brink of being expired. We are going to see those winds picking up. And
what was that? Oh, is that a helicopter? This up here. See, I was looking at the white orb down here, but is that a helicopter up there?
We're going to see those winds picking up.
I don't know. This is crazy. I mean, there's stuff all over the place. Check this next video out.
What about something strange in the sky? It's above the fire right now.
Right above the fire.
It's a kite?
Yeah, it's a kite. I can see by its shape. Kite.
Whatever it is, it's big.
And it's spreading.
Trying to determine what direction it's going. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's very bright. Actually, I don't know what that is.
It's not a kite. It's not. It's just flying around.
That is big, though, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, they may. Oh, yeah, that's a kite.
It's not a kite. Kites are not gonna just fly away. It's moving.
I can't believe this is all happening in the same area. This is all in the same place from live TV. Look at that, look. There's the fire on the right. Look at that.
We're asking people to follow our social medias, City of Santa Monica Instagram handle. All of us have our own Instagram handles as well. We'll be sharing that information. But santamonica.gov is the best place to go right now to click on all the links and get air quality reports, evacuation updates, and more information on the fire.
That is nuts. So stuff all over the place. And we all know, don't we, that whenever a big natural disaster happens, like same happened with Chernobyl and nuclear testing out in the ocean, UFOs just turn up. I think they're kind of intrigued to what's going on. But if you have any theories on why so many UFOs are around natural disasters, then let me know.
For those of you that don't know, there is a spacecraft that has melted out of the ice in Greenland. As you know, the North Pole has melted completely. You can go from London to Moscow or to Russia by going over the North Pole now. All the ice cap is gone. The last place that has ice on it was Greenland. Greenland had a 18,000-foot ice cap on it. Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. People that lived in it were called the Mois. If you draw a straight line from the spacecraft to the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., through the Yucatan Peninsula Great Pyramid at Mitsubishi, it ends up on Easter Island where the Mois have been dug out of this dirt. The heads on Easter Island, well, 2 years ago, they finally went ahead and they excavated, and they're all 65 to 85 foot people, full body carvings.
You know, it would make sense though, wouldn't it? If you were an alien and you would hide on Earth, it would either be in deep ocean or deep ice. So that would be the perfect place to go, wouldn't it? There's so much conspiracy and so many weird things have happened. Like if you look at all the scientists and the explorers that have tried to go through like the North Pole, Antarctica to try and reach over that ice wall, they come back looking like they've seen a ghost. Some of them didn't even talk. Like, so something is there, and it wouldn't surprise me if they had some sort of crafts under the ice. All right, I can't believe this even happened. So this guy is called the Drone Hunter. All right. And he's taken matters into his own hands, all right? Do not do this if you see drones. If you want to get taken to the flipping probing station, then do what this guy's doing, all right? Because he's asking for it. I mean, he's got a terrible shot. There are people actually doing this, all right? Why would you do that? You think there's a UFO above your head, so you start shooting at it. You're asking for it. If a UFO is above your house, I think the last thing you should do is whack out your flipping rifle and just go for it. All right? They need to employ these people in the next sci-fi alien films, because if it was me and I saw a UFO above my house, I'd be gone, mate.
Thousands of residents in communities across parts of Oregon, Nevada, California, and Georgia have been urged to stay inside by the Environmental Protection Agency, aka the EPA, because of elevated amounts of fine particle pollution in the atmosphere. As of January 13th at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, PM 2.5 reached an unhealthy level across all 4 states, according to the EPA's AirNow map. AirNow uses the Air Quality Index AQI, a standardized scale that categorizes air quality from good to hazardous, to monitor, record, and communicate air quality conditions across the United States. Why does this matter? According to the EPA, unhealthy levels of PM 2.5 can affect all members of the public. However, those in sensitive groups, including the elderly, children, and individuals with certain health conditions, may experience more severe health effects. PM 2.5 is considered one of the most dangerous forms of air pollution, as the particles are so small, less than 2.5 micrometers in size, they can be unknowingly inhaled and penetrate deep into the lungs or bloodstream.
Man, I'll tell you what, at this rate, we're just going to have to walk around in hamster balls, aren't we? Because it's getting to the point now where we can't do anything. You can't use certain deodorant. You can't use your phone. You can't use Wi-Fi. All right? I can't eat certain cheeses. I can't eat McDonald's. I can't eat flipping certain fruits because they're fake. I can't eat certain meats because they're fake. I've got to put duct tape over my flipping camera on all my devices. I've got to turn my Alexa off. You know, I can't use flipping Bluetooth headphones wherever they are because of the... It's everywhere. We can't catch a break, can we? We should just, one day, if it gets too bad, we'll all meet up, we'll all buy an island, combine forces, combine our money, buy an island, just live there.
Are there aliens at Area 51?
You know, I'll tell you, it's a funny thing, because I think that might be a question that I get more than any question. It is the craziest thing. So we have that so-called area. They consider it like a sacred area. Mm-hmm. And I will say this. I don't think I'm a believer, but I've interviewed pilots that we're in the Oval Office, 3 or 4 pilots. These are not people that make up stories. They said, all I know, sir, is there was a round object that was going 4 times faster than my F-22, which is a very fast plane. And it wasn't, it shouldn't have been. It was round, sir. They have seen, 4 or 5 guys I've interviewed, solid people, great pilots for the U.S. Air Force, etc. They've seen things that they cannot explain.
Follow-up question.
I mean, if he doesn't know, we ain't got a chance, have we? Do you think, though, comment down below, do you think if Trump rocked up to Area 51 and said, let me in now, would they let him in? I don't know. I don't know about that. Leave a comment down below. It just makes me laugh when he speaks with his hands. We got great F-222 pilots. We got aliens over here, But leave a comment, because I want to know, if I got day one, if I was president on day one, I would say, look, take me to Area 51. I'm just going to walk through the gate, mate. What are you going to do?
Trump's ballroom. dude. I've heard some conspiracies about this.
Yeah, and the kicker, Trump is not using taxpayer money.
Oh.
He has some donors.
Whom?
You ready for these donors?
Yes.
Google, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Lockheed Martin, Palantir,
Typical.
T-Mobile.
One of these
Sponsored
things
by
is not
T-Mobile.
like the other. Yeah.
Here's where it gets weird. Now it's going to be over $300 million for this 90,000 square foot ballroom. $3,330 a square foot. Way outside the standard of what you pay per square foot for a building.
So what are they spending so much money on?
A theory is that they're building an underground database center.
There you go.
A couple years ago, Israel built a underground data center. They paid $319 million for this.
That's got to be it.
So this ballroom is costing about the same as what this data center cost in Jerusalem.
But not nearly as big.
Well, that's just the surface.
Yeah.
Because they're just building a ballroom.
Yeah.
But what's going to be underneath?
And why are all these people interested in
And
investing in it?
They would all invest because they don't want to be excluded.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Some people spend a lot of money on just extensions, right? But it's the people that are funding it. That's when it's like, why would they fund it? So it's kind of like they have to put their signature on it. I don't know. Leave your comments down below. But I think it's weird, all right? Especially when there's like companies that deal with sort of high level technology are advancing in an extension to do with the you know? It's just, I don't know. It could be a far reach, but leave your thoughts on that down below. Do you think it could be something sinister or just something normal?
The full weaponization that occurred before I got here.
Finally, I know you got to go, but are you hopeful about the future of the FBI, given that institutional resistance and given the fact that there are obviously still deep state actors working against you? Are you hopeful?
Sure. I'm more than hopeful. What I don't listen to is the swamp, and you know that better than anybody. What I do listen to is when I travel across the country and the communities of men and women around the country are coming up to us, not just the FBI employees, but the communities saying, we have never felt safer. We appreciate the work you're doing, especially safeguarding our children and our youth and our national security and putting violent offenders in prison where they belong. I listen to the voices of Americans across the country. So does this administration. What I do not listen to and never will listen to is the witchcraft that goes on in Washington, D.C. Because that's what they have left, and they're going to sell their pamphlets and try to raise money off of it. But my mission and this mission...
That is weak. Did he just say what? No.
We are going to execute it every single day. Hope is not a strategy.
Bro,
the mission
come...
of this FBI that we've laid out is...
This dude just said there's witchcraft that happens in Washington, D.C.
I mean, not to be judgmental or anything, but just the, you know, what's it that saying? The eyes never lie. Look at this guy's eyes. Look at them. Right? This guy has seen some stuff. He just said it offhandedly. That's pretty nuts. You know? But just imagine having a conversation with someone in a position like that with no sort of restraints on what they can say. Could you imagine that? The stuff these people know in these positions of power, you know? And I think most people are going to want to know about the UFO stuff. But, I mean, there's so much happening in this world. Really does make you think, doesn't it, you know? And I consider myself a normal guy. I'm quite introverted, but I'm relatively normal. I just want to do normal things. Just want to have a family, have a normal house, drive a normal car, have normal friends. You know, don't want to do anything too drastic. And then I look at my window sometimes. I think it's just crazy out there. Like the amount of stuff in the world of the seen and the unseen. It's crazy. But this is why I think getting our minds right, because there's two worlds we live in. We live in a world outside of ourselves, and we live in a world inside of ourselves. But I really feel like the world inside your mind needs to be peaceful first. You know? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but we need to be at peace. I think peace is the most important thing we need in life. Because you could live in the perfect world outside of yourself, but if you're not right in your mind, you can't live in that world. You know, I really feel like we should all try and have peace, and I wish for all of you to have peace, but I know it's not as easy as that. But I don't know if that makes sense or not, and we all find peace in different ways. Mine is solitude, reading, you know. And I just got this, by the way, guys. I'm going to show you what I just bought. I just bought a Kindle, and I've never had one before, and I've just started reading books, and I thought I'd try one. So and this was also paid for by my YouTube income, and I just wanted to say thank you, because this is like my first kind of big purchase. So you guys, thank you so much. You've supported me, and I'm going to be using this every day, and it's yeah, pretty cool to have all these books in one place. But yeah, I really hope we all of us can have peace in life, and I think that's the most important thing. And I encourage everyone, if they have a chance, just to be by themselves. I encourage that for everyone, with no distractions, no phones, no nothing, just you and your thoughts, or maybe a book, or maybe just sit in nature. You know, like I've told you this before, my dream is to go in the countryside with my wife, a couple kids, couple dogs, and just have a quiet life. I just want to have a quiet life. I don't want anything too crazy. But imagine there's someone out there that knows everything that's happening in the world. You know? There's people in power that know all the things, and it's just crazy. It really does hurt my head, the amount of things that happen. I wish we could all just meet up and talk about it. You know, that would be good, wouldn't it? And hopefully one day we'll be able to do that. I was thinking of doing something in the future where we could all meet up in one place, maybe like, I don't know, get a burger or something, just talk about all sorts. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? But yeah, I hope you're all having a good weekend. So my message of the day is to chase peace wherever it is in your life, and we all have chaotic lives in some way, but find peace in chaos, because you can really find yourself when you're by yourself, and you don't know who you are until you're alone. And truth speaks from a peaceful place. If you need clarity, be by yourself, put the phone down, turn the TV off, and just sit with yourself, you know? So yeah, that's my advice. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed that episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And let me know your thoughts about any of the clips in this episode. And I'll see you all on Monday. All right? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you then.